reason why your new students excel. Parents, be the guiding light in this dark and changing world. Build on the foundation set in the primary school. Your support and your encouragement will make the difference between giving up in high school and going on. May God guide us as we go through this ceremony this afternoon. My name is David Grant. Mrs. Shea Wilkin, principal of the VOJN Primary School, will now come and give the principal's remarks. Please welcome her.
Allow me to kindly recognize the esteemed officials in our audience today. Welcome to our graduation. I humbly seek permission to adopt the established protocol for today's ceremony. According to the words coined by the author, Erin Gurel, and I quote, "I realize that if you can change a classroom, you can change a community. And if you can change enough communities, you can change the world." End of quote. This quote rightly fits with the theme chosen for today's graduation ceremony. As the world changes, discipline must remain constant. In an ever-changing world, self-discipline is that inner spirit that guides you to stand tall above all odds and get things done on scheduled times. The Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School embarked on a very interesting school year under the watch of COVID-19 regulations. Many plans got altered, but in the process, discipline was strengthened. With the pillars of character adopted for classroom names, each teacher modeled and instilled the pillars of character to encourage resilience in our future generation. As we celebrate our achievements, commendations must be expressed to all students. Of our 17 students, Miss Jada Bedford has emerged valedictorian. Please let us recognize the family of Miss Jada Bedford. Mr. Eldon Herbert is top boy. Can the family of Eldon Herbert be recognized? Thank you very much. Even though this year was a challenge, the students were still motivated to do well. Miss Jada Bedford and Miss Anaya Wilkin participated in the 2021 Tourism Exposé. Thank you, Miss Anaya Wilkin, President of the Vibrant Student Body Council, for placing our school on the map by capturing second place in the island-wide primary school tourism exposé. The introduction of the enhanced curriculum for grade 4 and grade 6 saw students involved in many activities, such as a community cleanup celebrating Earth Day, and the annual Black History Observance, which also staged local community stalwarts were recognized in various fields. Education Department. Please allow me to kindly recognize the support of Honorable Shroy Youthan Liburd, Junior Minister in Education, Permanent Secretary in Education, Mr. Kevin Barrett, and the Principal Education Officer, Ms. Zanella Claxton. The successful path for another school year has been a tremendous task. Thanks to the entire ministry and department for your sterling support. And for the names aforementioned, we appreciate your conducting of training sessions and monitoring of progress. Mr. Talia Jeffers, our education officer, thank you for being a pillar of strength. God bless you. MS Teams. Schools were again transferred to the MS Teams platform during the latter part of the school year. Without hesitation, I confidently boast that, teachers, you mastered it. Thanks to the MS Teams champion teacher, Ms. Tamaya Duport, for your commitment to ensure procedures were successful. Teachers and students had yet another taste of exciting and sometimes challenging teaching learning experiences. The digital neighborhood reminded us how accessible the world can be at the touch of a button with our fingertips. Library. The Department of Education, in collaboration with Mistress Palsy Wilkin, Hands Across the Sea representative, worked to ensure that the school's library was given the much-needed lift. Activities were arranged to reignite the love for reading in our students and to prepare our teachers to create environments which would foster that love for reading. PTA. A vibrant executive rose to the challenge of assisting the school. They were able to conduct read-aloud stories for the infant grades and motivational talks for the upper grades. I am also pleased to highlight the Easter egg hunt and takeaway barbecue lunch, of course, held with the approval of the COVID-19 task force. Our community. On reflection of how blessed the VOJN primary school has been over the past year, I must express sincere gratitude to all supporters, whether local, regional, and international. Your sterling contribution have propelled our institution to higher heights. As we continue to chart our course through a COVID-19 environment, let me express sincere appreciation to praying stalwarts who have prayed for God's covering over the VOJN primary school family. Teachers. For another school year, we have been tested like fine gold at the mint. But look at you today, shining with beauty and with a sense of pride. You have done an exceptionally well, considering the mountainous challenges and sacrifices. Continue to advance yourselves and become even more disciplined than you are to face the mandates of this changing world. I wish to also commend the contribution of retired officers, Miss Iola Jeffers and Miss Yvette Jeffers, who filled the post of cook and guidance counselor, respectively. Sad to lose your presence at the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School. Miss Claristine Pemberton, thank you for the many years of service as custodial worker. We miss you and we love you. Parents, 7 years ago, when you enrolled your children at the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School, you would have never imagined that times would be so unprecedented. As the world changes, demands on you will continue to intensify. Let us not let down our guards as the face of change impacts our children's lives. As 21st century parents, let us encourage our children to be disciplined in order to successfully navigate the changes that will come their way. Graduates, the VOJN Primary School wishes to express profound thanks to you. Your noteworthy achievements over the years have been added to the history of the VOJN Primary School. In so doing, the motto, aspiring for the best, has been held in highest esteem. We wish you well. Nothing worthwhile is attained through an easy flight. Keep in mind the sound words from our featured speaker and those individuals who interacted with you throughout our years. Allow me to share with you the great Mandela's tips towards success. Demand respect. Prove them wrong. Use your time wisely. Don't worry about labels, and be humble. Take a positive stand. Control your emotions. Speak with conviction, and hold fast to the principles of self-discipline. As the world changes, you must stand firm. Closure. In conclusion, Hebrews 12:11 states, "For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant. But later, it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Principal Shea Wilkin. Now that we have almost all our dignitaries comfortably seated, I want to recognize Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Federal Minister of Agriculture, and NIA Minister of Agriculture, Lands, Housing, and Disaster Preparedness. Honorable Troy Liburn, Junior Minister in Education, and I thought I had the Permanent Secretary in Education, Mr. Barrett. Well, he was here, and I'm glad to have him. I think he just took a little break. I'm also glad to have the Education Officer for VOJ in Primary School, Mr. Talia Jeffers, principal, staff, students, ministers of religion, parents, family members, media, online viewers. Again, I recognize you. I'm glad to have you here, sharing in this graduation ceremony. We invite now a member or members of the Department of Education to give remarks at this time. Okay, focus on the screen.
Today I am delighted to congratulate all of you on this your graduation day. You have worked hard, and today is the evidence that hard work pays. As you move on to the secondary level, there will be many challenges, but continue to apply yourselves. Lean on God, on family, and on each other, and you will overcome them. We believe in you. Our continued success as a country depends on your success.
As you embark on the next leg of your journey, the Ministry of Education pledges to continue to provide the support that you need to be successful, be it in academics, sports, arts, vocational skills, or technology.
Appreciation and commendations to the head teacher, teachers, staff, parents, and other persons who helped our students to reach this milestone. Congratulations to the 2021 graduating class of the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School.
Let this only be the beginning of your success. Shine brighter than the brightest stars. Congratulations on your graduation.
I thank you, members of the Department and Ministry of Education. We are somewhat handicapped by COVID, but we are still able to move along and have you hear from these people, even though they are not present in body, but because of technology, they can still greet you. And we're thankful for Ms. Daniela Claxton, Mr. Kevin Barrett, and Mr. Troy Liburd. We have Ms. Kevonique Jones to come at this time to do a poem for us. Please welcome her.
Change. The only thing constant in this world is change, and our grade 6 witnessed it from a global range. Our graduation is certainly different. Nevertheless, we will go forward with confidence. Discipline was high on the agenda for our primary school years. We thank our parents and teachers who instilled those values with care. We will be the standard bearers for the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School as we step forward into secondary school. Yes, the world has changed right before our eyes, yet discipline must remain constant for us to survive. The class of 2021 will never regret the changes we made. Teachers, thank you, we will never forget.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kevonique Jones. You have the face of an Elliot, the voice of an Elliot, and you recited a poem written by an Elliot. Thank you, Mrs. Amelita Elliott. Earlier we heard mention of the top boy, Eldon Herbert, and I think this is the top girl now, Miss Jada Bedford, who will come at this time to give the valedictory speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been so ably established. Today is a special day, not only because we are graduating, but because we are doing so during a pandemic. Many of us struggled because of the uncertainty of where this pandemic would take us. Many of us never even thought this day would come when we would march on stage to receive our certificates. But here we are today. God has done miracles. This ceremony signifies the end of another chapter in our lives. Endings will always come. May it be the final page of a book, or in this case, the end of another school year and the end of our primary school education. The great South African freedom fighter and former Prime Minister, Mr. Nelson Mandela said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world," end of quote. As I look at my fellow graduates, I see young people who will surely leave a mark and change the world. During our 7 years at the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School, we have made friends, had excellent teachers, role models, and most importantly, have grown as individuals who are ready to tackle secondary school and the future ahead. Each of us has had our own unique experiences, a combination of good times and bad times, times of laughter and joy, times of school spirit, and of course, times of last-minute studying for that test that we forgot was taking place that very day. It seems like it was just yesterday when an energetic group of 15 children were welcomed into the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls family by our kindergarten teacher, Miss Monicia Clark. We were all excited and anxious, but Teacher Clark helped us to feel as if this was our home away from home. She taught us how to write and count and treated us as if we were her very own children. Miss Clark, thank you for giving us a great foundation. In the first grade, the work seemed easy, as we had an amazing teacher, Mistress Natalie Hicks-Joseph, who ensured that we did our work well. Each week, without failure, she insisted on giving us a new set of words to learn for the spelling test. And if we got any words incorrect, we had to read them over correctly and learn them. Thank you, Ms. Hicks, for all that you did for us. Our teachers in grades 2 and grade 3 who ensured that we continue, thanks to our teachers in grades 2 and grade 3 who ensured that we continue to succeed. We were engaged in many challenging and exciting activities during these 2 years. Thanks to teachers Miss Tamaya Duport and Miss Suzette Sampson, they fully prepared us for the challenges that were ahead of us in the intimidating years. Once we entered grade 4, our knowledge continued to increase. We were once again very fortunate to have Mistress Hicks-Joseph as our teacher. However, we were extremely lucky to have Miss Kayla Webb in Mistress Joseph's absence. Grade 5 was a very interesting year for us. Our teacher, Miss Shona Jeffers, taught us not only academic information, but also about life experiences. Thank you, Miss Jeffers, for your words of encouragement. In grade 6, our final year of primary school, our teacher, Miss Cassandra Powell, was very instrumental in making sure that we were ready for the next milestone in our lives. We learned new and exciting math concepts, although I must admit, many of us hated algebra at first, but we did not let it conquer us. All of these skills will assist us as we move on to secondary school. Thank you, Ms. Powell, for the discipline you gave us and for being patient with us. Now we are ready for the next chapter in our lives, and we will try our best to make you proud. Fellow graduates, this is only the beginning. If we were strong enough to persevere through in-person and online classes and finish during the stressful times of COVID-19, then we are definitely tough enough to power through anything the world has to throw at us. Throughout our journey, we not only mastered the art of language arts, mathematics, science, social studies, and health and wellness, but we also mastered the art of testing our teachers' patience. Class of 2021, let's be honest, we were a handful to deal with. We were indeed a rowdy bunch, but we were and are a loving and thoughtful group of children. However, as teacher Shona Jeffers always used to say, you all need to bring me a case of malt after having to deal with you guys. I think we will need to take her up on that suggestion and give them all to all our teachers who helped us along the way. A special thanks to our principal, Ms. Tricia Wilkin, all our teachers, counselors, cooks for those delicious meals, ancillary staff, PE teachers, and everyone who played a part in our achievements and who helped us to reach this part of our journey. I know it wasn't easy, but your work will definitely pay off. I sincerely want to thank my parents, Dave and Julie Bedford, my sister Destiny, my brother Dijon, and my aunt Arlette, along with all of my other family members and friends, for your love and support throughout the years. Thank you, Mom, for always nagging me by saying, Jada, what you put in is what you get out. I love all of you. Fellow graduates, this is only the beginning. No. Fellow graduates, let us continue to support each other, even as some of us will be going to a different secondary school. Let us put away the childish behaviors and go into young, mature, disciplined students. As Lou Hall stated, and I quote, "Without self-discipline, success is impossible, period," end of quote. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank God for bringing us to these past 7 years. He has promised in Ephesians 13, verse 5, that he will never leave us nor forsake us, and he has not. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. Thank you.
All right, Jada, thank you very much. And I noted that you had a little struggle, at least some of you, in grade 6 with mathematics. And those who are listening to me must have read somewhere or heard of the young primary school student who had a problem with mathematics. And his mother sent him to a Catholic school. And every night after that, first day at school, he came home and all he did was to study maths. At the end of his primary school career, he got an A in maths. His father asked, well, why is it, or how is it, or how did you get this done? He said, when I went to the school the first day, I saw a plus sign with a man nailed to it. Then I knew that these people were serious. In the Catholic school, you have a cross with Jesus nailed to it, and he didn't realize, he didn't see it as a cross, he saw it as a plus sign. So maths was important for any student entering the Catholic school, and he didn't want to be nailed to a plus sign. At this point, we will call on our patron, Ms. Lynn Henry and Ms. Kayla Webb, to conduct the distribution of awards and certificates. I'm waiting to see who is Ms. Lynn Henry. I don't think I know her personally. Oh yeah, I know you know. Glad to have you, and I'm sure your child is proud of you. Thank you. While they're getting organized, I just want to tell your students or graduates that discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's also knowing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it.
Good afternoon, everyone. We'll now have distribution of certificates. First row, can you stand for me, please?
You're broken down.
Starting with Jada Bedford.
Living life can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move.
Malia Batson.
Mountains. And I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise
Sanjay Constantine.
like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Second row, can you stand for me, please? Joanne Kozia.
The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet.
Can you clap for them, please? Thank you. Eldon Herbert.
And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Kevin Eek Jones. Briandre Jones.
And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And we will rise. We will rise. We will rise. Oh, we'll rise.
Orencia Liebert. Third row stand.
Like the day I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Neil Lord. Xavier Pemberton. Kiana Phillip.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round. You can't find out.
Fourth row, you may stand.
But I see it in you, so
Kamal Stanislas.
we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise
Tizari Stevenson. Augusticia Thomas.
The silence is a fire, and it feels like
Akasha Trust.
it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move, bow dead, bring it to its feet. Move.
Fifth row, you may stand. Anaya Wilkin. Tevez Wilkin. Thank you.
In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, like the waves will rise up.
Thank you very much, Ms. Henry and Ms. Webb, for distributing the awards and certificates. I realize we had some favorites in the in the group. My favorite, and I will invite her to stand, Miss Orencia Liburn. Take off your mask. When I went to VOJ in primary school, I couldn't understand why, or even how, a girl so pretty as Orencia could be so rough on the edges. I'm glad to see that you have finally made it to grade 6, and now you're going to high school. And with time, she will be smoothed out. Is this such a word? All right? Thank you, Orencia. And I want to encourage you personally to just behave yourself and be good. You're going to be all right in high school. You're going to be good. All right, we have now remarks by Miss Melissa Pemberton on behalf of the parents. She has a long journey to tread, and I'm reminded that excellence is a journey, but discipline is the vehicle. Excellence is a journey, but discipline is the vehicle. Welcome, Ms. Melissa Pemberton.
Good afternoon, all. Please permit me to adopt the protocol that was being so ably established. As we come to the end of this unique, challenging academic school year, 2020-2021, I stand honored to represent the graduating class parents to bring the curtain down on this auspicious event and to express word of appreciation. I wish to extend heartfelt thanks to all those who contributed to the success of this memorable graduation ceremony in any way. Firstly, I give glory and thanks to Almighty God for spared lives and helped to enable us to witness this wonderful occasion. Please permit me to take a moment to express gratitude to the following individuals and stakeholders. Thanks to the VOJN family for the leadership and support you have provided over the years. To the staff, we say thanks for your willingness to change direction at almost a moment's notice when we was forced to close schools physically. As a team, you were able to pull things together to rethink the way in which to continue educating our children. The daily messages and videos to our children help to keep our children connected to school. Sincere thanks to Pastor Cuthbert Cumberbatch, the school chaplain, for invoking God's presence here with us today. To Zanella Claxton and staff of the Ministry of Department of Education, sincere thanks for your loyal support and commitment. To our school education officer, Ms. Atalia Jeffers, we say thanks a million for your commitment, dedication, and support given. It is truly appreciated. To the staff of NEPAC and NTV, we are grateful for the opportunity to use this auditorium and to have live streaming respectively. Thanks to Mr. David Grant, past teacher, and our esteemed chairman, thanks for a job well done. To our kind donors who have willingly consented to donate prizes and awards, we express warmest gratitude to you and families for the contribution. Amidst these challenging times experienced by the pandemic, may the good Lord continue to bless you richly. Please refer to the program to see the list of donors and sponsors. Thanks also to all those who contributed towards the graduation gowns. Thank you, Ms. Kevinick Jones, for your poem. To all participants in this afternoon graduation ceremony, thank you. Special thanks to the featured speaker, Pastor Tricia Daniel, for your words of wisdom and admonition delivered to the students via MST prior to this ceremony. To our proud valedictorian, Jada Bedford, thanks for your wonderful speech, and may the good Lord continue to bless you and family. Warmest thanks to our esteemed patron, Ms. Lynn Henry Brown, for distributing the certificates and prizes. To our decorating genius and school support, Ms. Diane Hobson, thanks for the exquisite backdrop in the photo shoot area. Thanks to our photographer, Dr. Andrea Busu, for creating those lifelong memories. To our principal, Ms. Wilkin, you deliver sound remarks and inscribe in our hearts and mind the impact of the VOGen Primary School to our community and the admonition shared to stakeholders. We appreciate your dedication to service. To you, the parents of the graduating class of 2021, thanks for all you did, and let us continue to work together for the best interests of our children. To the ushers, members of the PTA, and our protocol team, much gratitude is extended to you. To our viewing and listening audience, thanks for joining us. Thanks to VON Radio and all of the kind sponsors for the live broadcast. Brand Architectural Service, National Insurance, Reliable Motors, Bank of Nevis, Best Buy, Credit Union, and Finish Touch. Finally, if I have forgotten anyone, thanks to all who contributed to this graduation ceremony in any way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Melissa Pemberton. We invite all to stand at this time, and we also invite music teacher for the school, Mr. Lanny Doe, to play the school song. Sorry. I'm not seeing him. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Doe. You know, that song would have sounded a lot better with your voices. Next time. All right, we invite the principal at this time to give some final instructions.
Before we do the recessional, I'm going to ask the graduates to stand, please. All of you kindly stand. Now, at this moment, I want you to feel proud of yourself. You have accomplished a lot. We have done our best at VOGN Primary to prepare you to face the world of change. Continue to live up to our motto, aspiring for the best. And as you go to the different secondary schools, adopt their motto with pride and live with excellence. Be true citizens for St. Kitts and Nevis. I now congratulate you and commend you as proud graduates of the VOGN Primary School. Could you kindly turn your tassel gracefully to the right? And now we are going to have the recessional. And kindly remember, due to the COVID-19 protocols, we are asked to adopt social distancing. Thank you very much. Recessional.
Ladies and gentlemen, say for the recessional, that brings us to the end of the 2021 graduation ceremony for the Violet O. Jeffers-Nicolls Primary School. God bless you.